Hello, hello. Yeah, no, I didn't have a reason for streaming tonight. I just kind of got bored, so I decided that I might as well start streaming. So, I don't know. I'll probably, I haven't actually used this version of OBS to stream in quite a while. It just hasn't been working for me. So, we'll see. Probably. Hey, there I am. This looks a little better than normal because usually the OBS I stream on is real bad. It's the newer one, but it also cuts my frame, which is why if you've seen my streams when I have the face cam, it has this like weird box, right? I don't know. So I got this. Noah Brooks wants a shout out. Hello, Noah Brooks. You look tired? I am kind of tired. I'm not necessarily tired. I'm just not very I don't know, enthusiastic at the moment. Not like all right. I don't know. It's weird. I can't really explain it. It's not that I'm tired. It's not that I'm not happy to be streaming. It's just that, I don't have anything to be that excited about. I guess I could just get into I could get into the persona and be all excited and crazy like I always am, but there's no reason to right now. It's just kind of a casual hangout stream. Just kind of talking about random stuff. So you're wondering what's going on? Not much, guys. Just been hanging out. Just been doing homework. That's all I've been doing lately. It's a whole lot of fun. I need coffee. No, I was actually gonna. No, I'm not gonna drink coffee right now because that'll keep me up. But also, coffee has this weird effect on me where, for the first like 30 minutes right after I drink it, I'm like, I'm good. I'm like real good. I'm awake. And then like after that first 30 minutes, I'm way more tired than I was before I drank the coffee. So I really have no reason to drink it. School's been taking a lot out of you guys too. Yeah. Let's sit back a little. Maybe move my mic out of the way. I don't know. No, I'll be a little quieter, but who cares? What are your feelings about the SH MonsterArts stuff? SH MonsterArts. Oh, you're saying what's your favorite SH MonsterArts? My favorite SH MonsterArts that I own? Probably the Godzilla 1989. No, it's definitely the Godzilla 1989. It's the light sound music version. Yeah, that's definitely my favorite. Actually, I don't know what SHMA has coming up. I'm gonna look it up. SHMA upcoming releases. Let's see what they got. Let's see if the website works. It rarely ever does. All right, so they have their new Kiryu coming out. Might get it. Maybe not. Maybe not. It's $134. Kind of expensive, It's got some cool accessories though, so maybe I'll get it. I also don't have a Kiryu figure, so I kind of want one. Godzilla Earth. Yeah, I'll be getting the Godzilla Earth. I definitely don't want to, because I already own it. I already own the Phileas figure. Like, why do I have to spend the money on this? I already own it. And the Godzilla 1962. Definitely be snagging that one up. Kiryu already came out, Godzilla 154 says. Let me jump back to the website and check. Yeah, the website says it comes out September 2018, so you're right. It did already come out. I don't know why it's still on the upcoming releases page. I don't know. What have they had any like recent past releases that I missed, guys? Do you guys know? I mean, I only know as much as I know, so maybe I've missed some cool ones that have come out. I don't think I've missed any. I'm trying to pull up the past releases, but the past release page on the SHMA website rarely ever works for me. Okay, no, I'm all caught up. Now I'm looking at it. I'm all caught up. I haven't missed any. It's crazy to think, what was it? Around the time I was starting to make videos covering SHMA. I can't tell if this past pages goes in order or not. I think it does. But I think around the time I was starting making videos, when I was talking about SH Monsters, when I was becoming aware of them, Shin Godzilla was just announced. I think their Godzilla 1964 Emergence version was the last release. Maybe it was their special color version, Ghidorah. I'm going to jump back to the questions, though, now. Chin is all scuffed up. Oh, no, yeah. No, that's not that I messed up shaving. It's that Just, I don't know. It's like charcoal. Is this charcoal stuff? It's not that I scuffed it up while shaving. It's just charcoal stuff that burnt my face. So that's always fun. Can I get a shout out? Trooper Jones. No, you cannot. I am unstoppable with the power of God. Oh, I got you. I'm unstoppable with the power of God and anime on my side. All right, Daikaijuzilla, 2003. I see you. You guys gonna play the no sleep? No, I did not get a haircut. I didn't put conditioner in it. Actually, I figured out when I don't put conditioner in my hair, it's more poofy than when I do put conditioner in it. I don't know why, but that's just how it goes. When do you think the next Godzilla trailer will come out for Godzilla 2? Next Godzilla trailer for Godzilla 2? Well, it's been like a month or two since the first trailer. I think the next trailer will probably get around December to March, that zone. Derek knows not next to nothing about figures. Me, however, I know much. Yes, Godzilla 154. I don't know a lot about Godzilla figures. I'm not a big Godzilla figure collector. I know a lot of people view that as like your rite of passage as a Godzilla fan, but I'm not a big Godzilla figure collector. I collect the ones that I think are really cool. Other than that, though, no. Godzilla's your religion. Good to know. Can you give us a room tour? It's my room. There's not much that you can look to in the background that I haven't shown you. Like, I don't know. If you look there, you'll see that I've got an Evil Dead poster and some Godzilla posters and posters. I don't have closet doors, so you can see everything in my closet. What you're missing on this side is not a lot. It's like a King Kong vs. Godzilla poster and a Pacific Rim poster and a Godzilla 2014 poster. What you're missing right here is a Walking Dead poster. This whole wall that you can't see, all Walking Dead. This small area over here that you can't see, like right next to the King Kong and Godzilla posters, all Walking Dead stuff and some MCU stuff. You've pretty much seen everything. I just gotta spit everywhere too. My Lord D-Man, can you give me the privilege? No, well, I'm not gonna read the rest of that comment. Why does Blue Oyster Cult fear Godzilla but not the Reaper? Good question. That's a good question. So have you seen the first look at NECA Mothra? I posted on the Godzilla Memes Instagram. I have not seen the first look at NECA Mothra. I could pull it up really fast. How would you interpret Anguirus and other kaiju in the MonsterVerse? Well, I've talked about this a number of times, but I'll go over it again because a lot of people, I don't know my opinion on it. I wouldn't interpret them for the MonsterVerse. I wouldn't. I don't want any more monsters in the MonsterVerse. I think we have enough. We're good to go with the monsters we got in the MonsterVerse. Let's leave it there. Anguirus, you can pretty much straight up adapt him, though, from the Showa era. He's pretty much a MonsterVerse-esque monster, which is a monster that can fit into the real world. Bringing him into the MonsterVerse, like I just said, you wouldn't need to change him much. But again, I wouldn't bring anyone into the MonsterVerse. I wouldn't bring any new monsters in because I really think that's an unnecessary complication that the MonsterVerse does not need. What's up, Paracockic? How you doing, man? I told people not to repost the Mothra image. We don't know if it's actually her. Well, I'm going to actually pull it up because this is interesting to me now. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm going to have to actually look for it. The Heisei Anguirus concept art for Godzillaverse Ghost Godzilla looks awesome. Well, I have not seen it, or if I have, I cannot think of what it looks like. Jeffrey Kelter, the dirty, filthy liar. I remember your name, Jeffrey Kelter. You gave me the dang wrong combo for the MonsterVerse. Why would I ever do an ASMR under your request? Let me go on Instagram. We got the Godzilla memes page. What Mothra am I supposed to see? Okay. So there's an official image from NECA with a little tiny moth thing maybe in the corner. This is one of those, yeah, this is one of those leaks, though, that everyone's blowing up about, I'm sure. Actually, I'm surprised I've never heard of this before. Wait. What are you saying here? Finally, Derek has... I have an iPhone 5S. It's an old one. It's all torn apart here. The case is peeling. It's not a great phone. It's all destroyed, but I don't need a new one because it still works. So why would I need a new one? Yeah, no. This Mothra thing, it's already given me like PTSD flashbacks to that Rodan thing, which no, the Rodan leak, here we are 2 months after it came out, still not real, right? The Rodan we saw doesn't even look that much like the Rodan we got, right? So, yeah. With Rick as his wallpaper, even though the actor's leaving the show. Hey, we don't talk about that here. All right, Daikaiju Tony. We'll wait to see what happens with Rick Grimes. I still feel that there's something shady going on set, especially with him coming back to direct episodes. People are like, oh god, now it's going to be a Walking Dead discussion. Actually, I could just dedicate a full new channel to just talking about The Walking Dead, because I have a lot to say about it, and I know a lot about it. So, Rick Grimes, especially with Andrew Lincoln coming back to set to shadow directors so that he can direct episodes in Season 10, it really feels like something spooky's going on there. Something sneaky's going on behind the scenes. Yeah, no, I don't necessarily think Rick Grimes is gonna die how it's being reported. Anyways, what I was saying is I'm having major PTSD flashbacks to this Rodan situation where the Rodan maquettes leaked, people are blown up. It's official. This guy says it's official. This guy says it's official. It's official. It wasn't official because even though the design we got kind of sort of looked like it wasn't official. It never was. It wasn't. So the point is, this picture coming from NECA has what looks like a moth in it, right? Could be Mothra, sure. I'm not going to confirm anything. I'm not going with anything like that. We do know there is more weight to this one than there is to the Rodan stuff because we do know with this, and keep in mind, I'm just now learning about this for the first time, so we do know this picture is official from NECA, or at least that's what's being reported to me. So if this picture's official from NECA, it already has more weight to it than that Rodan leak did. And the big thing with it is that it does look like Mothra, right? It looks like Mothra. It's coming from NECA. As we covered in a previous Godzilla News and Updates, if you don't watch all the Godzilla King of the Monsters News and Updates, go watch those. And don't skip the ads because I need the revenue. What we know from the previous ones we talked about, or at least I think I talked about it in one of those. Maybe it's just on the slate for the next one. I don't remember. Either way, what we do know is that NECA is already working on their Godzilla King of the Monsters figures. They've already got their sculpts in progress. So there is the bigger potential that this is real than there ever was with that Rodan. The Moth... okay, what are we getting here? Godzilla 154. Inform me. Help me out. The Mothra photo came out today or yesterday. I don't remember. NECA posted a cropped version of the photo on one of their social medias. Interesting. So there you go. It is official. And again, we know NECA is already working on the sculpts, so there is the high potential that it is real, but at the same time, there's the high potential that it isn't real. There's probably a 50 chance. 50% that it's real, 50% that we're making stuff up, it's not real, so don't worry about it. Hey D-Man, the third anime is getting a novel. I am aware. It's about the events in Planet of the Monsters. It comes out November 2nd in Japan. Yes. I will be talking about that in an upcoming Godzilla, the Planet Eater News and Updates. The thing with it is, I'm not sure I'm going to pick that one up because the problem is it's just a recap, right? It's just a novelization of Monster Planet. And so, although I own the previous two, you can actually see them over my shoulder. That was probably the wrong shoulder. I think they're right here. the thing is, even though we have the novelizations for these ones, the reason I have them is because they're prequels. I'm not sure I'll be picking up the new one because we have the anime, so I don't really need to watch it to learn anything. Or I mean, I don't need to read it to learn anything. So I own these ones because I can learn something from them. They're new. This one, though, I'm kind of sad that they're not doing another prequel novel, because I would love another prequel novel all about the Exosome world getting destroyed. Are you going to watch the new Venom movie when it comes out in October? Yes, sir, I am, and I might review it. We'll see, depending on how bad it is or how good it is. If it's not either, then I won't review it. D-Man, you should make a Discord. Well, I'm probably not going to make a Discord for the reason of I don't like using Discord. I have a lot of problems with the website. For whatever reason, especially on my computer, when I try and do voice chats, you can only hear me when I'm voice sharing. That's literally the only time a person can hear my voice. So that alone already turns me off to Discord. Plus, it's just overly complicated. And even if I did make a Discord for everyone, I probably wouldn't use it. If you really are like, oh, I'm dying to have a server or a chat room where I can talk with D-Man and all his fans, go to our Facebook page. It's linked on the channel. You can just go check it out through the About tab in the bio. The Facebook page is good enough. And I go on that one about every couple days, like every 2 days or so. I would not go on a Discord. And if you're really dying, oh, I gotta get in contact with D-Man, use my Twitter or use my Instagram. King of Kings on Instagram, on Twitter, I believe it's D-Man1954 Gojira. Check me out there. It'll be way better. I know the community aspect of Discord is what entices a lot of people to come to it, but I'm not big on that because I'm not going to frequent it. So if I'm not going to go on it a lot, what's the point? You might as well just have conversations in the comment section on YouTube. So I don't want to like put anyone down or be like, you're stupid if you use Discord. I'm just saying I'm probably not going to go on it. Did you ever notice that you can hear King Ghidorah's roar after he shows up in the trailer? Not that I know of. The screenshot of the Planet Eater showing Mephies literally having blood on his hands could he have committed a blood sacrifice to summon Ghidorah? This is something that I talked about in the recent Godzilla the Planet Eater news and updates. I do think there is a high possibility for Mephies to have summoned Ghidorah by some sort of blood ritual. I wouldn't even put it past Mephies to sacrifice himself in order to summon Ghidorah. As we can see in that same picture, there's blood all over his shirt. So there is the big potential that he literally killed himself for Ghidorah. So I would not put that past Mephies. Have you seen the screenshots of Nekamothra? Yeah, Bada Blue. We just talked about that. What is the biggest want for the world of Godzilla? So what do I want out of the world of Godzilla? That's for those of you who don't know, Toho's cinematic universe they're kicking off. The big thing I want from it is them to take their time. I don't want it to just BVS it, which is kind of, I don't know. The DCEU, people get real mad at me whenever I trash talk it in videos. Spoiler alert, I think it's horrible. I'm not excited for any DC movies ever because they're trash. Shazam actually has something going for it, I think, but every single main DCEU movie has been horrible. And sure, that's my opinion. I'm not saying it isn't my opinion. I'm not saying that's a definitive fact. All I'm saying is that I think we really gotta just take our time, build the universe, go movie by movie, have Godzilla get his solo movie. You can have Godzilla be the Iron Man, so he gets multiple movies before the big team-up event, before the Avengers, the Destroy All Monsters crossover. Toho already did a cinematic universe. A lot of people give the MCU credit. It's the first cinematic universe. No, it isn't. It's not at all the first cinematic universe. Toho did it in 1954. They started their cinematic universe. Universal Monsters did it before that. Universal, it's a bit of a different story because there was no overarching story to those, no overarching character, I should say. Whereas with the Toho movies, because there wasn't really an overarching story, you can't say, we go from point A to point B, and there's a natural progression. We get there and we follow the same characters on their journey there. We follow Godzilla on his journey there. We follow Godzilla from being the horrible, devastating monster that he is to being the superhero for mankind. That is the journey we take through the Showa era. We have a cinematic universe built around that. It's a cinematic universe that started Godzilla. The fun thing to think about is that Godzilla really was kind of an afterthought in that cinematic universe, right? He got his original movie in 1954, followed with a movie in 1955, and then he went on hiatus. In his hiatus, Rodan got a movie in 1959. So that was kind of them kicking it off, really, is what I'd say. They kick it off with Rodan. Mothra comes out in 61, so Mothra's got a lot of hype around her. In 1962, you bring King Kong into it. You got his whole thing going on. He eventually will have a spin-off in 1966. Meanwhile, you bring Mothra and Godzilla together in 62, or 64, I mean. So you got a lot going on. You have a lot going on in those movies where there's a whole bunch of monsters getting their own solo movie, and then they're coming into the Godzilla universe. Baragon was in Frankenstein. He eventually winds up in Destroy All Monsters. So there's a lot going on. The Gargantuas were eventually going to cross over with Godzilla and have their big fight with Godzilla. Sadly, that never did happen. That never came about, but the idea was there. Toho already had a cinematic universe. I want it to be more or less like the original Showa cinematic universe, but the one big difference between what I want in the modern Godzilla movies, the world of Godzilla, versus what we got in the Showa era, is I want a cohesive continuity, where one movie will piggyback off the rest, they'll all be self-referential, it'll feel like an overarching story with human characters that carry over. I know my little brother, me and him are doing Godzilla-thon. He's not a Miki Sagusa fan. He just doesn't understand why she's in the movies, and fair enough, right? She doesn't do too much in the Heisei movies, but at least she has something there, right? At least we have an overarching human character. That's one thing that I think these movies, these Godzilla movies especially, are lacking. The MonsterVerse, oh, fingers crossed, Serizawa, right? Maybe he'll survive King of the Monsters, probably not, but maybe, hopefully, please don't kill him off. I just want him to be the overarching character for the MonsterVerse. He wasn't in Kong Skull Island. Fair enough. That's a prequel. Who cares? I want him to be in the Godzilla trilogy. Although, it would have been cool if he had a cameo in Kong. Geek Chorus, thank you for the $2 donation. He says, sorry it took me so long to get to your donation. I was going off. So thank you for the $2 donation. I really appreciate it. He says, love you, man. Thanks for all you do. BTW, Zilla is better than Kong. Well, why did I thank you? Why? Kong? Kong gets trashed on by the Godzilla fans, and it really hurts my feelings. He's a lot better than you guys give him credit for. Ready Player One, Mechagodzilla needs a figure at some point. Yeah, he definitely does. Alright, well, let's just get rid of that. If you're just gonna spam, your comments are not gonna get seen. Anyways, what would a Ghidorah solo movie look like? There's a few ways you could do a Ghidorah solo movie. Starting it out on Planet X could be cool, or like whatever planet you're gonna start it on. So Ghidorah is destroying Planet X. Yeah, it could be like a fun chase movie, right? Or it could be something like this. Ghidorah destroys Planet X. The main characters are Exilians. They go down to Earth. They're like, oh god, Ghidorah's headed for Earth. We have to warn them. They're trying to like, this big thing's coming from space and he's gonna wreck some stuff. So they're trying to like build up defenses or whatever, fight Ghidorah off. Could be a fun one. It would actually be really cool if a Ghidorah movie wasn't the first one that comes out, right? If a Ghidorah movie comes down the line, he's like a Thanos. We know about him. We know he's on his way to Earth. Infinity War, you bring all the monsters together to fight him off. Make him actually menacing, though. That's one thing that almost every single Godzilla story ever has just messed up. Ghidorah is never menacing. He never is. He doesn't pose a threat in the Showa era. He always loses. He doesn't pose a threat in the Heisei era. He loses immediately. I'm trying to think of a movie where you genuinely think, oh god, this might go wrong. Godzilla vs. Gigan, to an extent, although Godzilla just has magic powers by that point in the Showa era, so it doesn't matter. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, no, I don't think Ghidorah's ever been that threatening, so you'd have to make him really threatening. Like, have him wipe out a full country, or multiple countries, and have him just annihilate monsters along the way, and that could be a great way to Thanos Ghidorah. Make him this super menacing villain that is an overarching villain that will eventually lead to the point where you know, all your monsters will have to team up to fight him off. All right, Godzilla 154, thank you for the $5 donation. Why do I keep saying donation? Thank you for the $5 donation. He says, I spent $50 on figures. This is all I have left. Well, if this is all you have left, you really don't have to spend it on me. I really appreciate it, but, you know, you don't have to. If this is all you have, you don't have to go out of your way to do this. He says, well, anyways, here's my donation to you for this stream. Again, I really appreciate it. Still waiting on that Patreon. Yeah, well, I'm still working on that Patreon, sort of. I'm not actually working on it because I've just had no time. But I'll probably get around to it. I hope. Where'd you get that intro music? I made it. I made that Terror of Mechagodzilla cover back in 2016. Alright, what do we got here? I'm working on a Godzilla fan film now, and I don't know what to do with Ghidorah. Well, do what I said. Make him real menacing. Kaiju dork. I wasn't calling him a dork. That's just in his name, so don't at me, as the kids say. What's your favorite Jaeger? My favorite Jaeger from Pacific Rim is obviously Gypsy Danger. I know there's some cool ones that aren't Gypsy Danger. I really liked Crimson Typhoon. He's probably my favorite looking Jaeger, but he doesn't do a lot in Pacific Rim, the first Pacific Rim. Pacific Rim Uprising, Obsidian Fury is awesome. But other than that, no, I don't have anything big going on with those movies that I think the Jaegers are that cool. I don't know why I said it like that. I don't think the Jaegers have anything huge going for them, other than, like I said, other than Gypsy Danger. He's cool. Okay, well, Daikaiju Tony, I'm not reading that question, so. Kaiser Ghidorah was pretty menacing towards Godzilla, seeing as though Godzilla needed human help. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of, Kaiser Ghidorah, as the menacing Ghidorah, because, again, who else is there? Showa? No. Heisei? Nope. Millennium? You got, like, the GMK Ghidorah, but he's not menacing at all. The Kaiser Ghidorah is menacing. I will admit that. To an extent, though, because that Godzilla, up to that point, Final Wars Godzilla, he has proven himself to be almost invincible, so, yeah, I don't know. Kaiser Ghidorah, though, yeah, the idea of him is menacing. His scene is pretty scary when you're like, oh god, Godzilla's actually going to lose this one, but, that Godzilla is pretty invincible, so I never really find myself worrying for him. Yeah, Godzilla 154 makes a good point when he says the Mothra trilogy. The thing with those that I can't really talk about them, though. I can't really talk about it because I haven't seen those movies in a real long time. So have you seen those videos of Gorzard screaming like a madman wanting to masturbate instead? No, I haven't seen those videos, I think. Maybe I have. Jeez, I don't know. I just dropped a pin. And now I kind of want to go pick it up, but maybe I won't. What was your reaction to Godzilla vs. Hedorah? As a kid or as now? I was going to say as an adult, but I'm not really an adult, am I? No, as a kid, I loved that movie. I thought it was so fun. It's crazy and wild. As an adult, I'm like, wow, it is crazy and wild, but not a good thing. It's not a good crazy and wild. It's real bad, and I don't like it. Daikaiju Tony is telling me to step on the pin. Well, that's going to be a problem, because even if I do, I'm that kid who wears shoes indoors, so it won't do anything to me. Here's the pin. Here it is. You can hardly see it. You like that? You like what I did with my leg? Hold it up like it's a toy. Why do you keep asking me about the Muffin Man? Grand King Ghidorah stole children and actually wiped out the dinosaurs. I do remember that. I remember him wiping out the dinosaurs. I don't remember the kids. That's actually more than any other Ghidorah has done. That's true. Dang it. Well, I'm Asian, so I don't wear my shoes inside. Shoes or socks inside. You don't wear socks inside? I can't. I can't not wear socks inside. My feet are too cold. I'm always wearing socks. Unless I'm laying down to sleep, I'm always in socks. Geek Course, thank you for the $2 donation. I really appreciate it. I didn't say donation that time, so that's good. He says, I still think you're a powerful, and attractive man. Well, okay. I appreciate the donation. You're a monk. Daikaiju Tony, do you wear slippers then? Do you wear slippers? I feel like monks wear slippers, don't they? Or do they just strictly barefooted? D-Man has a stalker. Well, he has many. The first one is called Godzilla 154. I'm going to cry in peace now. Well, the comments just, like, stopped abruptly. Hit me with some questions. I don't think the chat's in slow-mo. No, it's not in slow mode. I know I know more about D-Man 1954 than anyone else here. Yeah, well, that's true. Not sure that's something you want to brag about, but it's true. D-Man, I want a bagging movie. Well, I don't really have, I really don't have an opinion on bagging like a lot of people. But, yeah. What's this whole thing about the Muffin Man? We need Gamera in the MonsterVerse. You know, Gamera in the MonsterVerse, I really don't know if that'd work because American audiences are not receptive enough to that kind of thing. There could be potential for a Gamera in the MonsterVerse if it's done right, but just American audiences won't ever take him seriously. Are you a subscriber to Titan Goji? Have you ever seen any of his collabs? I'm in some of them. I am a subscriber to Titan Goji. I am subscribed to him, but I don't watch a lot of his videos. I subscribe to people whose content I support, but that doesn't necessarily mean I watch their videos a lot. People who say, please subscribe to my channel, I'm not going to do that because the only channels I subscribe to are channels that I will legitimately watch when I want to. It's not that Titan Goji doesn't ever produce content that I'll watch. It's just the fact of I don't really watch a lot of YouTube videos outside of there are a few YouTubers who I keep up with, Mr. Sunday Movies, Thanos Gaming. Other than that, like H2O Delirious, I guess. Maybe, but that's only specific series he does. Dead Meat James I keep up with. I love Dead Meat. Other than that, like I'm trying to think of YouTube channels that I watch regularly. None. There are none. Even like the SOS crew, my favorite Godzilla YouTubers out there, I don't keep up with them a lot either because I just don't have the time. They have a lot of great content. I have it all saved, so eventually I'll get around to it. But whenever it's not summer, I just don't get around to watching it. Zorozibo as well. He's well. He's doing good. He was sick, but he's all good now. He actually like went on a weird hibernation out of nowhere, and I don't know what that was about. But like for 2 months, he just did not come up. He just went under, and I kept thinking he was dead, and then I'd undig him, and he'd be all mad that I undug him, because he was still alive under there. But no, he's doing fine now. He's out and about doing stuff. He just shed, so I'm not gonna like get him out, but he's all good now. Bro, you trumped Louis Duran. Did I? Drops pin. I suppose I could have. I haven't checked on Louis's channel in a while. I mean, I think last time I checked, I did maybe pass him. Louis Duran. Louis Duran. Why is your channel not popping up? Here you go, Louis Duran. How come he doesn't have a channel trailer? Yeah, well, he has 34 subs. How many do I have? Or 34K. I have 41. So, yeah, I guess. Soggy noodles, yeah. Thoughts on Black Ops 4? Well, with Black Ops 4, I didn't pre-order it, so I didn't get the beta. I have a reservation, meaning I can just walk into GameStop and either pre-order it right now, or what I'm probably gonna do is when the game drops, just walk in and pick up my copy and leave because they can't sell it because I have it reserved. But I didn't pre-order it, so I didn't get the beta. And other than that, I've only watched like 2 YouTube videos on it. I've literally only watched 2 YouTube videos on Black Ops 4, which were Vanos Gaming's Blackout videos. So other than those 2, I have no opinion on it. And from what I've seen, the Blackout looks kind of fun. I'm not a big fan of battle royale games because they get real repetitive. I'm all down for the zombies. Also, the thing with Black Ops 4 is I've really been avoiding trailers because I want to go into the game fresh. That's what I did with Spider-Man, and it really helped out. So there you go. You say rank the Treyarch COD games. Well, I don't know every Treyarch COD game, but maybe I do. Probably my number 1 favorite is Black Ops 2. My number 2 favorite's Black Ops 3. My number 3 favorites, Black Ops 1. My number 4 favorites, World at War. Is that all of them? Because those are the ones that I know of. We have thoughts on the Dark Phoenix trailer. Well, X-Men games, I feel X-Men movies. I used to be all for them. I was all down for X-Men. I loved the X-Men. But lately, especially with Apocalypse, what was the one that came right before Apocalypse? Days of Future Past, I think. That was the one where I watched Days of Future Past and I was like, it was okay, I suppose. And X-Men movies, I've never really thought were great. And I never have thought the X-Men movies were great, but I used to get excited for them nonetheless, especially as a little kid. X-Men 1 through 3, I was all about that. But now, you know, X-Men Apocalypse, I was kind of excited for it leading up to it. I watched it. I remember being very disappointed in it. I thought it was a very dumb movie. I did a review for it on this channel. I'd be interested to go back and check and listen to that review and hear what I had to say about it at the moment, like day of watching it. I'm sure, sorry about that. I'm sure the second I watched it, like when I very first reviewed that movie, I was all for it and I was like, real good. I loved it. But no, I didn't like it. So I don't know what I would have said about it back then. Yeah, now the Dark Phoenix trailer came out. I watched the trailer. I felt literally nothing. I felt like I had seen that movie before. It looks like X-Men 3 with all the storyline of the other X-Men, the new ones, just repeated. So it's like, I don't care. I don't care about that anymore. I don't care about it. Have you watched the Deadpool movies? Yeah, I love oh, that's one thing. The Logan, loved that movie. And Deadpool. I love Deadpool 1 and 2. So, there you go. Thoughts on Spider-Man PS4, favorite costume, favorite villains. Okay, so disclaimer, Spider-Man PS4. I can only play it on the weekends, 2 days a week. So that's Saturdays. Well, every other Saturday I can play it at night only. I can play it Sundays, and I can play it Monday at night only. So I have super limited time to play it, and on Sundays I share it with my little brother, and that's because that's when I'm at my dad's house primarily, so I don't get to play it a lot, which is I'm not very far in the storyline. Like, slight spoilers for Spider-Man PS4, I think I'm like maybe halfway through the story. Last mission I did was the second Mary Jane mission where you sneak around the warehouse. Literally the last thing I did, I jumped out Mary Jane's window as Peter Parker after leaving my pants on her floor, and then I swing around the city, and it pops up telling me, now explore free roam and rank up. And that's where I left off last week. So I'll play tomorrow, and we'll see how that goes. We'll see where I get. But I'm not very far in the game. That's my point. So the answers to the following questions: favorite villain. Well, I guess the only one that I've really fought is Wilson Fisk, so I'll say him. Favorite costume, I bounce back and forth between a couple a lot. I'm really big fan of the Tom Holland Spider-Man suit, not the Tony Stark one, and not the Iron Spider one, the actual Homecoming suit that Peter Parker made with the goggles. I'm a big fan of that one. I'm also a big fan of the Stark suit from Spider-Man Homecoming and Civil War. And the other one that I play as a lot is the white spider suit, the main one from the game, like it's on the posters and the disc or whatever. That's the other one that I really like. I play as Spider-Man Noir a lot at night as well because it gives it kind of a Batman-y feel, and it's fun, which is funny because I could just go play the Batman Arkham games instead, but I've already played those, I've already beat them, so I don't really want to go back. Not that they're not amazing games, those aren't games that I have as much fun replaying as everyone else, especially because back in the day my Xbox profile got corrupted every 3 minutes, so I've played Arkham City and Arkham Asylum especially 1,000 times, and I don't ever want to play those again. So in short, there you go. That's not short at all. There was one other that I saw that I was going to read, but it took me so long to answer that question that got buried. I'll look for it. This is by Godzilla Q. He said, I noticed literally almost every Godzilla kaiju is canon in the anime trilogy, except for Jet Jaguar. He is always forgotten. Actually, Jet Jaguar is sort of in the anime universe. Yeah, he is sort of in the anime universe because they have... Yeah, I'm not done with Spider-Man. But they have something called like Jaguar J or something like that, which was supposed to be... Jet Jaguar, it's a nice reference. And it's some sort of robot they built or something. I don't totally remember. He's kind of in it. Daredevil Season 3, hype? Yeah. Well, Daredevil Season 1 might be my favorite season of a TV show. Well, it's definitely my favorite season of a Netflix original TV show ever. Daredevil Season 1, I love it. Daredevil Season 2, I liked it. I didn't love it as much as I loved Season 1. I didn't hate it as much as everyone else. Everyone else hated it. I thought it was great. I just didn't love it as much as I loved Season 1. A lot of that had to do with the suit. I think Daredevil Season 1's suit is really cool. The black suit that he wears, the ninja costume. And there's something weird about the I think his name's Charlie Cox, the way he wears the normal Daredevil suit. It's the eyes, really. I don't like the eyes on it. Other than that, though, the other Netflix Marvel shows, never finished Luke Cage Season 1. Never finished Season 1 because it just got a little boring to me. And I felt like I already knew what was happening. And I did already know the spoilers for everything that happened in Season 1. Jessica Jones, I finished. Thought it was pretty great. Jessica Jones Season 2, though, and I made it about halfway through that one. Never started Iron Fist. Watched The Defenders. Loved The Defenders. Went on to Daredevil Season 3. That's the next one coming out that I'm definitely going to watch. So I'm very hyped for it, you could say. But I haven't been keeping up with those Marvel Netflix shows. They just lose my interest. They're too long. They're too long. If they were 8 episodes, they'd be perfect. But they're not. They're like 13. Once you get past 8, it's like, this really drags. It does. Daredevil, I don't have a problem with. I never thought that about Daredevil. Demon doesn't have time for stop motion projects, the person who was asking. Yeah, that is true. I would love to do stop motion projects. I have a lot of fun making stop motion videos. And I know you guys all really like watching them. Not necessarily just mine. You guys all... Oh, you're right. Daikaiju Tony Punisher. Again, that's a show that I didn't finish, but that's not because I didn't want to finish it. That's because I just don't have a lot of time to watch TV shows. So... And that's like one that I really want to commit to. If I'm going to watch Punisher, I'm going to watch it. I'm not just going to have it on. So Punisher is one that I have not finished, but I really liked what I saw from it. Anyways, what was I saying? Stop motion. I have a lot of fun doing stop motion. I know a lot of people want me to do more, and a lot of Godzilla fans like stop motion. If you look at the top most popular Godzilla channels, I'm kind of the one exception. I'm the one that's big that doesn't do toy videos. All the other... Well, and when I say Godzilla channels, I have this disclaimer. I don't consider people who re-upload Godzilla clips to be Godzilla YouTubers. If you re-upload clips from other movies or Godzilla movies, that's your primary source of views, and that's the primary people that watch your channel come for that. Even if you do reviews at that point, you're not a Godzilla YouTuber because you didn't earn that. You didn't earn any of it. You earned your subscribers and whatnot from just re-uploading clips. That's very lazy. I used to do it too. You can't find any of those clips other than banana oil on my channel anymore because I got rid of them all and I started fresh. And I started fresh with about 7 subscribers. So no one remembers that, which is good. I prefer it that way. Anyways, the top Godzilla channels, I'm kind of the one exception. I'm kind of the one that doesn't do toy stuff as much. And I would if I could. But I don't have the time, so I apologize for that. Also, fun story about what was I gonna say? Daredevil. Fun story about Daredevil. Back when season 2 dropped, I was sick. There was a period where I got like mono or something. I don't know what I got, but I was sick for almost a month and a half, and I missed a full month of school. Like I could not go to school. I was at home every day. I still could do things, and I would still make Walking Dead reviews in that time frame, but like I couldn't do much. I just did not have the energy or the capability to. And when Daredevil season 2 came out, I did episode by episode reviews right as I finished them. But I had this light off, I had all lights off, so I was just sitting there in the dark, and there were real spooky reviews, and that was when I did my hair real weird. It was really long. I just dropped the button. I keep playing with stuff. I always play with stuff off camera in my hands to keep me occupied. I have like ADD or something. Anyways, and that's another case where I just got distracted mid-sentence. That's what editing is for. I usually cut that all out. Anyways, I had real long hair, and I parted it in the middle. I don't know why I used to do that, but I would, just to keep my hair out of my eyes, I think. But I did episode by episode reviews, and I deleted them all. I wish I had just put them on private, because I'd like to go back and check them out. But I deleted them all, and so I can't ever see them again. That's something that I do. I back in the day, I used to make loads of videos all over. Even on my D-Man Gaming channel, I'd make videos. Like, I'd make vlogs. Can't see any of them anymore. I deleted all of them. I really wish I had just put them on private, because in retrospect, they would have been a lot of fun to go back and look at. There was one vlog. I vlogged my experience at Yellowstone National Park back in 2014. That was fun. I had a lot of fun. And then in 2014, right before Godzilla came out in theaters, I broke my left arm playing German kickball. You know, I don't think I've ever actually told the stories of how I broke my arms on the channel. But I've broken my arm many times. Well, many as in 2. But the circumstances are crazy. Here's a bit of a story time for you. What I might do with this live stream, by the way, I might just cut it up into videos, because I've been really strapped for time lately and I haven't been able to make much videos. So here's a story time video. Remind me to answer your question here later on about my thoughts on The Predator, because I do have some thoughts on it. I'll do a review for it in a couple days here, but still. Anyways, I broke my left arm, right? The way it happened, I was playing German kickball. If you've never played German kickball, I don't blame you. It's real weird. It's like 5 base, and that's what I thought it was. I thought it was 5 base. If you know what 5 base is, there's 5 bases, right? You stand on one, you kick the ball, you have 4 places, you can run to either this one or this one, and then you can go in that circle. It's like baseball, but you can go in all directions. That's what I thought German kickball was going to be. I was wrong. German kickball instead was you could go either direction, but if someone was going the direction, you couldn't be immediately in front of them. So you couldn't be clashing, which made it real complicated. And so here I am running to one base thinking, oh, this is where you go in baseball. I played baseball for years. I know what I'm doing. So I'm running here, going to first base, and they're like, no, because you're gonna be clashing. So I had to turn around mid thing. The guy's like right there ready to peg me with the ball. So I'm like trying to run backwards. I start running backwards, and I like trip over my feet or whatever. And I just kind of fall back and land on my left arm and buckled in the bones. That was fun. And I made this video. You're like, what's the point of this story time? I made this video in 2014, fresh from breaking my arm, blue cast. And I just sat there, and it's like the most pathetic video you've ever seen, where I had this blue cast on, and I had this Godzilla Bandai toy. This 2014 Bandai toy. I think it's Bandai anyways. It's the one with the ball in the tail, and when you move the ball, his top half torso like pivots around or whatever. He's got that real nasty cut in his belly. You know the one I'm talking about. You know. So I sat there with this toy, and I made this little vlog where I gave a whole, hey guys, I broke my arm, this crazy thing happened today, and I played with the toy or whatever. I was like showing it off. I was like, look how cool this thing is. And the reason I deleted the video was because at one point I like started doing the Godzilla roar, like with the toy, just kind of because I was messing around. I was a little kid or whatever. And my brother, when he found out that I did the Godzilla roar, and I did it real bad too, because we'd only heard it in the trailers or whatever. When he found out, he played it about 10,000 times and showed everybody, so I just deleted it. So it's gone. I really wish I had just put it on private, because how hilarious would that be to watch right now? That'd be so fun to go back to. There was also a vlog following the Yellowstone vlog where I gave a little update about maybe my arm was still broken. Maybe my arm was still broken at that point. But I gave a vlog about like, hey, here's why you haven't had many gaming videos. It's because I broke my arm and I've been in Yellowstone. Because when I broke my arm, I was like, well, I could hardly hold the Xbox controller. I was like, it's freaking fat palmed it. So I'm like, hard to grip buttons anymore. So I made a video like, hey, here's what's going on. And I was cracking open a Coke and drinking it. And I was like, I remember at the time I was thinking, this is a really legit vlog. I feel like I'd watch this on some, like Syndicate Central would post this. For anyone who doesn't know what Syndicate Central is, currently called Life of Tom. It's still a vlogging channel, everyday vlogs. Back then, I don't think it was every day. But point is, I was real proud of it at the time. I was like, it feels very casual and laid back. But again, it was one that my brother made fun of me for, so I deleted it. Really wish I didn't delete him. Clarity Loon piano cover. I'm working on it. I am learning Clarity Loon, but it's not one of the ones that I'm focusing on a lot. I'm really learning a lot of the Spider-Man music from Homecoming and PS4 currently, so don't expect a Clarity Loon piano cover for me for a little bit. Maybe I know enough to do the Godzilla trailer. I know enough of the song to do the trailer song, but I'm actually trying to learn the real song, which has taken me a lot longer because it's a lot more complicated than what you hear in the Godzilla trailer. Ever seen a Godzilla movie that made you want to go back to the gray brick road where Kmart is and shoot yourself in the mouth? Jesus. Not a Godzilla movie like that. No, I've never seen that. Okay, one question. Have you ever watched a fan-made battle video of Godzilla Earth fighting Mechagodzilla MMD? Yes, I have. I actually recorded a video about that the other day. I recorded a video talking about that. I think it's real cool. You'll hear my thoughts in the full video, so I'm not going to get into it now. Generally, I think if that was the ending we got, wouldn't have made a difference. People would have still hated the movie. They would have still bagged on how little screen time Mechagodzilla got. Can you believe that? He was hyped up in the advertisements for him to get that much screen time. And guess what? That's not my Mechagodzilla. My Mechagodzilla can't fly around like that. My Mechagodzilla can't do that. People in the Godzilla fan base annoy me. To the point where I do want to go down to the Kmart gray brick road and shoot myself in the mouth because they'll never be happy. And so even if that was the ending we got, they wouldn't be happy with it. I actually have a video coming out on why Mechagodzilla City is the perfect antagonist for Godzilla Earth, which is a controversial statement, oh I know, but I strongly believe it's true. And when you hear my video, you'll hear why. Anyways, what are your thoughts on Henry Cavill leaving as Superman? Man, the DCEU it's losing the one redeeming quality of it, and that was Henry Cavill's Superman. I didn't love him in Justice League. I didn't love him in any movie. I loved the potential for him. I think Henry Cavill's a great actor. I really liked, especially him in Mission Impossible, but there so many missteps with that DCEU. It's unredeemable. If this Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie does good, and I really want it to do, I feel like they should just go, well, this is your DCEU nowadays. This is what you got. We're kicking it off from here. The rest of them, they're their own thing. Let it be like that. Let us get a really good universe, starting with this Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie. I know Godzilla 154 says I should have saved all those old videos for the memes. I really should have, but at the time, in the moment, that's not what you're thinking of. You're thinking, I'm getting made fun of. I'm going to get rid of them. In fact, the D-Man 1954 video, just called D-Man 1954, the, hey, guys, welcome, everybody, you know, whatever it is. What do I say? I don't remember. I haven't watched it since September 11th or whatever. Since September, no, not 11th. Whatever day it is. My channel anniversary. I think it's the 12th. I don't remember. I haven't watched it since then, but it's like, hey, guys, D-Man 1954 here. That's a weird name for me to say. It's because I never officially said it before, I guess. That one, you know the one. Even there was a point when I was going to delete that because I was getting made fun of for it. And when kids at school saw it, I was like, oh, gosh. But I'm so glad I didn't because clearly at this point I have, and for people who know me at school, I really don't care anymore about what people have to say about me or what they think of me. You know, you see, you go, okay, D-Man, you need some acne cream. You got pimple here or whatever, pimple here. Your chin's all busted up from that charcoal. You got pimples here or whatever. Yeah, I do. Yep, that's a good observation. I don't care. If I cared, I'd put makeup on. I don't care what you have to say. I don't care. I don't care what kids at school have to say. They make fun of me. Oh, you're a Godzilla kid. It's so funny because the only thing you have in life is Godzilla. I don't care. You think I care about that person? No, I don't. I don't care. So, like I said, in the moment back then, it was real hard. I was like, I'm getting made fun of for this. This sucks, and I don't like it, so I'm going to delete the videos. I'm going to pander to those people. But nowadays, no, I don't care. You don't like my content? You think I'm an ugly person? Don't talk to me. Go away. I do not care. So, in retrospect, I should have been like that all along. You got to learn through experience, though. You got to learn from messing up in order to move on in life. And that's the big thing. I messed up when I deleted those videos. It may not be a major mistake. A lot of people may think, oh, that's silly. That's inconsequential. But it still taught me something in the long run. It taught me to never question yourself. Stick to your convictions. Just go for it, right? Now I'm getting a little philosophical or whatever. Always commit. If you're going to do something, commit to it. No, I'm not saying commit to bad decisions. Still think through your decisions. But this is something that teachers run into all the time, where if I get graded real low on a paper that I wrote, but it was actually a paper that I put effort into, I don't care that I got graded on it. And I tell them that all the time. Me and one of my teachers last year, my English teacher, we constantly were going at it because she often had problems with what I did or what I said or the way that I wrote my papers or the things that I said. Especially, a lot of the time it was really just her political agenda clashing with mine. My papers were often very political in that class because it was supposed to be, and we had very different political outlooks. So we were getting into these conflicts all the time, in which case I would always have to remind her, no, you're grading the content of my work. You're not grading my political stance. If that's going to be the problem, why don't we go talk to administration about that? So, and you know, she wasn't a bad person. She understood. She would always come around, but the point is, I would stick to it. You know, I wouldn't go, oh, I'm sorry I said that, or, oh, you know, you graded me low. I wish I could do it over again. No, if I get graded low, well, I put that effort in. I got graded what I deserved. That's really the thing that I think people should take away from in life. You get what you put in, and what you put in, you got to stick with. You got to commit to it. You got to support your own decisions. Don't second guess yourself. That leads to problems. So that's my thoughts. That's how I think about it. All right. Are you going to college? Technically, I'm already enrolled in a college. I'm already taking college classes, although officially I'm still a high school senior. But yeah, I am going to college. My college credits that I'm getting now, they're universal for the state, so I can go, well, I think, you know, we'll see. We'll see when I actually apply for colleges, but I think they're universal where I can apply to any college. And they'll be like, yep, these credits apply because you already took the classes. But if they're not, then I'm like, why am I paying this money? Can you do gameplays sometimes? Like Godzilla gameplays. Can you do some gameplays? You know, something like, why'd you just comment that over and over again and the same thing? Yeah, eventually someday down the line I'll do Godzilla gameplay videos. Actually, I have a lot of tips and tricks in Godzilla PS4, Godzilla Versus, whatever it's officially called. I have a lot of little tips and tricks that I've learned over the years where pretty much you can't hurt me when I play that game. I'm great at that game. I'm a god at that game. You can't hurt me when I play that game. I'm great at that game. I learned a lot. I've learned a lot. I have so many hours on that game. So I'd love to make videos on it. I just don't have the ability to. I don't have the ability. I mean, I could record the gameplay. Everyone always says, well, PS4 has you can just do the built-in gameplay capture. Well, the problem with that is then you won't have my commentary. I don't have a way to record my commentary. That's the issue. I don't have a way to get it onto my computer to edit. So, no. At the moment, I cannot make gameplay videos. However, a year from now, that might be very different, and you may see loads of gameplay videos. We'll just see. I think when Black Ops 4 comes out, I'm going to get it on the computer. I'm building a new computer, ordering the parts. I've actually planned this out, so I'll be ordering the parts on Cyber Monday. That way they'll be real cheap. I've already got the computer pre-built. I've already got every part that I need set up to be ordered. Cyber Monday, I'm going to order them all. Then I'm gonna make a new computer. That means I'll be able to edit way faster, record easier. Things will render a lot quicker, which is a big issue now. It's not that I can't edit, it's that it takes forever to render. That's the problem. I'll have way more storage. It'll be perfect, and I'll also play more games. So, there you go. What is your favorite Godzilla game? Is it Godzilla Versus or other Godzilla games? I used to be a real big fan of both Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee, as well as I used to be a big fan of. I just saw Godzilla 154's comment out of the corner of my eye. Yep. I also used to be a big fan of Godzilla Unleashed. Was that what it's called? Where you could turn all fiery like Burning Godzilla? I think it was called that for the Wii. Yeah, I used to be a big fan of those games, but no. Godzilla Versus is definitively my favorite Godzilla game. I think it's great. There are a lot of problems with it, but I think it's awesome. I love playing that game. I still play it all the time. Actually, since Spider-Man has come out, I've never touched it again, but that's not because I won't touch it again. That's just because Spider-Man's way better. But that's just how I feel. If there's one SH MonsterArts figure you would like to be made, what is it? What would it be? So there are 3 SH MonsterArts figures that I am absolutely dying for. They're all pretty much the same too. The first is a King Kong 1962. Actually, now that I think about it, there's 5. 5 big ones that I'm dying for. Number 1, King Kong 1962. Number 2, Kong Skull Island. Number 3, Brown Gargantua. Number 4, Green Gargantua. Number 5, a Muto. Number 6, I guess there's 6, because I want a male Muto and a female Muto. Was that right? That was right. That was 6. That was the 6 that I was thinking of. Yeah, those are the ones that I really want. Well, it's probably going to get a trailer for the 3rd anime dropped in very early October. Yeah, you're probably right. It says stream complete for a second there. Did it drop? Did that happen? Hold on. Something funny is going on. Anguirus, you better check. What's happening? Can't quite tell. I think it was fluctuating there for a second. It might be good now. Maybe it won't be. We'll check. I'm going on speedtest.net to check right now. Was it lagging? You say, are you going to do a review of The Predator? Yes, I absolutely will do a review of The Predator. I have a whole slate of horror movies that I'm planning to review in October, and I know some people don't consider the Predator movies to be horror movies. I do. I consider all the Predator movies horror movies to an extent. Predator, the new one, is probably the only one that probably one of the only ones that I don't think is a horror movie, but we'll get into it. No, now that I say it, no, I take it back. It is a horror movie. Yeah, I'm doing a review for a whole bunch of horror movies this October. Don't worry about it. The Predator will be one of them. Yeah, I can't tell. It keeps showing that I'm having connection errors. Speed test is also showing that I'm having connection errors. So someone must be messing with my internet right now because it didn't start out this way. It started out just fine, which sucks. I don't know why someone's messing with my internet. I apologize for that. You found one of my brother's channels because it was recommended to you. Yeah, guys, it's lagging because, like I said, someone's messing with my internet right now. Clearly, because I'm watching my upload speed kind of go crazy right now. So I don't know what the deal is. I don't know what someone's doing. Maybe they're downloading something really big, but I don't know why that. Maybe because they're taking up a lot of bandwidth. Maybe it could be the Xbox One. My brother's playing some game that always kills it, but I see what's happening. I'm aware that it's lagging. I'm very sorry about that. I will review the new Halloween movie. That is something that I will do. You speak Japanese. It's real cool. You found my other brother's channel, so you found Dalton's channel. Is it okay? Wait a minute. Is it called Daltonator or Fighter-Man GT? Godzilla 154. Because those are both his channels, Fighter-Man GT and Daltonator. If you found his school channel, that's weird. I don't know why that'd be recommended to you. Your brother is behind you? No. What's your first Godzilla movie you ever saw? King Kong vs. Godzilla. Actually, if you're like, There's a few questions. What's your favorite Godzilla movie? And what were the other ones we covered? Favorite Godzilla movie. When did I first see a Godzilla movie? Stream crashed. Stream resumed. Yeah, no. What was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. It's hold on. Okay, yes. First Godzilla movie. Favorite Godzilla movie. Least favorite Godzilla movie. Top picks for Godzilla movies. I covered a whole bunch of questions. Point is, I covered a whole bunch of questions in the video where I ate that chili sauce on the chips. So please go watch that. That's a good one. That's a good video. You're going to want to watch it because you're going to learn a lot from it. Yeah. Is it still lagging? I'm sorry about that. I'm actually not going to stream for much longer. I'm probably going to wrap it up here. So, what's your favorite Godzilla suit / design? Currently, my favorite Godzilla suit / design at the moment is the 54 one, but that fluctuates all the time. That's all the time. Like I said, I'm really sorry about the lag. I can't do anything about it. And what's your first anime? What was my first anime? Technically, it was Death Note. Yeah, that's actually my only anime. Ghidorah with no legs in King of the Monsters. Thoughts? Well, that would just be silly and stupid. Have you heard of the supposed new monsters? Yeah, I have. I know what you're talking about, probably. NECA's scale, accurate anime Ghidorah. That would be awesome. No, that'd be way too long. God, they could not do that. Godzilla vs. 500 Xenomorphs. Well, Godzilla's got regeneration, so he could just blast them, and if the acid gets on him, who cares, because he can just regenerate. Do you watch Attack on Titan? Oh, you know what? Actually, technically, Attack on Titan's my first anime, because I saw the first few episodes of season 1 back in the day when they were very first put on Netflix, but back then it was Japanese with subtitles only, and I was all about that dubbed life, and so I didn't watch it. Now going back, it's like I don't like the animation style, so I don't really want to watch it, which I can understand when people criticize Godzilla anime and they're like, why does it have this CG 3D animation? I don't have a problem with the CG animation, but I can understand how animation is off-putting to people. It's actually not the animation that I have a problem with, it's the art style. I don't like the art style for Attack on Titan, so it'll take a little bit for me to get into it. I'm sure I could watch it and enjoy it, but I don't know. D-Man, I'm going to leave soon, but I just wanted to say thank you so much for answering 2 of my questions. I love your videos. Sayonara, mate. Well, thank you so much, these 2 kings, 0305. Very much appreciate it. How do you react to a Godzilla vs. The Walking Dead? Well, that would just be I would go down to the Kmart with the gray path or whatever he said, and I'd shoot myself in the mouth because I think that's a horrible idea. Yes, Godzilla 1v4. I see you. I see it. I understand. I get you. I understand. Mine was Vampire Hunter. Turned me into anime. Okay. Well, I don't know what Vampire Hunter is, but cool. You should check out Gridman anime trailer as robots and giant monsters. Well, I could do that, I suppose, but again, I'm not a big anime fan, so I don't think I'm going to do that. My favorite anime is Neon Genesis Evangelion, hands down. Well, that's certainly one that I want to get into, but I don't think I'm gonna I don't think I'm gonna get into it because I actually asked Daikaiju Tony recently, hey, where can I check out this anime, Evangelion? Because I really want to get into it. You can't find the box sets for anywhere for cheap or for an affordable price. You can't find any of the official box sets, and I'm not about to pay for some torrent. And sure, I could pirate it, but I don't really want to do that. I'd rather just watch it legally on DVD. So I don't think I'm gonna get an Evangelion because I just can't find it anywhere. Long live the king. Vampire Hunter D, lol. Oh, was the D that important? Watch the rebuilds of Evangelion. I'm not watching the rebuild movies before I've seen the actual anime. What are you talking about? What movies are you excited for more? Godzilla Planet Eater, Godzilla 2, or Godzilla vs. Kong? I'm probably more excited for Godzilla King of the Monsters because it has the least potential to suck. Godzilla the Planet Eater, if they don't deliver, I'm going to be disappointed. Godzilla vs. Kong, God, there's so much that you can mess up with that. Guys like Adam Wingard, just get me on set. I don't need to write the movie. Just get me on set to approve some of the decisions. Because if it's done wrong, I'm going to die. D-Man, why did Gamera die? Well, he probably died because he blew himself up. The only time Gamera's ever died that I can think of was Gamera the Brave, so that's all I got. Okay, new idea. Titans vs. Mutos, all-out war. Well, they're all the same thing, so there you go. Oh, you can't discuss on Instagram right now because you're a primary phone user? I understand. Repeat my name, please. No. I can't even pronounce your name. I can't pronounce that name. What about Godzilla vs. Kong? Do you think they can do wrong? God, what can't they do wrong with Godzilla vs. Kong? First of all, if you have them team up, that's already a huge misstep. I don't care what the fan base says. Well, I don't want to see Godzilla lose. I think that they need to team up so that we can have more movies down the line. No, you're wrong. That's a horrible idea. That is such a horrible idea. It's called Godzilla vs. Kong, not Godzilla and Kong. Don't have them team up, okay? Just don't do that. That's all I need. Don't do that. That's a horrible idea. So having them team up, already you're doing something wrong. Number two, the big thing, if you don't give the monsters the focus, they're the main characters of the movies. Give them the focus. So if they don't give the monsters the focus, gonna be an issue. It's not as much of an issue with other Godzilla movies because King Kong vs. Godzilla, especially the original, the monsters were main characters, especially Kong. If you're not making Kong a main character, you're making a misstep with your King Kong movie. Godzilla, on the other hand, he can go in the background because he's more of what causes the drama rather than the main character. I'm fine with that. But Kong, come on, he's the main character. Anyways, other issues that you can do. It's just if the fight's real lame, if it's all on Skull Island, they never make it off Skull Island, that's dumb. There's no stakes. If Kong getting off Skull Island isn't done right, flash request, do your light Yagami impression. Okay. I'll answer the rest of this question as in my light Yagami impression. The other issues with the movie would be... What are the other issues I have with the movie? I don't know. There's a lot you can do wrong with it. Anyways, D-Man 1954. I just spit everywhere. D-Man 1954. What is your favorite YouTuber? Don't say yourself, lol. My favorite YouTuber? Well, my favorite... Iceman's voice? I don't know what that is. My favorite YouTuber? Is probably Vanoss Gaming. Dayman, do you think that Gamera could be in the MonsterVerse? Well, I think if they did it right, it would work, but they'd have to be very careful with it, because if they didn't do it quite right, the American audiences wouldn't respond to it well. Will Godzilla destroy Skull Island? It's possible. Where is Abby? She goes to a different high school. We don't talk about her. Things went downhill for her. Things went downhill for her because I'm not in her life. Let's be honest. Your piano covers of themes are great. Thank you so much, Unboxings. D-Man, can you watch the Evangelion remake movies? I've already answered that. I won't watch the Evangelion remake movies until I've already watched Evangelion Neon Genesis, the anime. Derek. The thing with the rebuilds is that they are a condensed version of the series. It depends. Well, here's the thing. I know they're condensed. I want to see the full I want to see the full series first. And I'm aware that they changed things for the rebuild movies. It's like the Relight movies for Death Note. You can't watch the Relight movies without seeing Death Note first. You have to start with the original. D-Man should direct a MonsterVerse film and replace Adam Wingard. Well, I don't think I'd be very great at directing, but I think I'd be good at helping out with the story. Do Haruo's voice. You know what? I'd have to listen to Haruo again. What does he sound like? The American Haruo. What does that guy sound like? I'm gonna actually look up a clip real fast, just so I can hear him. Haruo Sakaki. What scene could I look up? Godzilla's death anime. No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. You can't really find a clip of Hedorah on YouTube, I guess. Watch Rebuild first, like watching Godzilla vs. Destroy without watching the Heisei movies or 54 first. Yeah, that's true. Is it lagging again? It says here on my end that it's actually stable at the moment. On my end, it is stable. Do you think there's a chance for a fourth Godzilla movie? I do think there's a chance, depending on how much money the new one makes. Do you think Ghidorah will corrupt people's minds? It could be. Could be. When they release him, he could corrupt people's minds. Can you do a Megatron impression? I don't know what Megatron sounds like. The Rebuild movies are less impressive. There you go. King Ghidorah is the most badass in Godzilla PS4 game. Well, not necessarily. Mecha King Ghidorah is actually officially the strongest on that game, I think. Predator impression, is that just like, is that a Predator impression? Hey Derek, how's it going? Oh yeah, how's it going? You're being good. Hope life is treating you well. Well, thank you very much, Barry Sharp. It's going well. D-Man, when was the last time you watched the Gamera trilogy? The last time I watched the Gamera trilogy, I don't want to upset anyone, but it's been like 2 years since the last time I watched the Gamera trilogy. Can you do an impression of Ichiro Serizawa? What impression would I do? Does Ken Watanabe have a specific voice? I could say, I don't want to, because that'll be racist if I do an impression of him. Do a Venom impression. No, I don't. That's not an impression. I don't have the deep voice for that. What's the last movie you watched? In full or in part? The last full movie I watched. Oh, you really want that Venom impression? The last full movie I watched was The Predator last night. The last movie I watched was Predator 2. I watched the very end of it. Again, I just watched it, but I watched the end of it again. You want me to do a Negan? I can't do a Negan impression. Venom voice. Let's hear what Venom has. Oh, God. Some kid playing Fortnite. Come here. Here's a video about Venom's voice we can check out. I don't know what he sounds like. I can do a Venom voice and impression. Now I sound like a child. This is nothing.
Will be different from last time. This time, Venom will.
Is that the... I know that's not the Venom voice he wanted me to do, but it's like, this time, Venom will... Something. He'll do something. Do you think Fortnite is overrated? Absolutely. What's up, Jonas Firewalker? Yeah, what other Venom voice? Do we have the current one on here? What do you say, like, you'll be this armless, legless thing rolling down the street like a turd in the wind. It's like, what? Has to come... That's like a Batman voice. Has to come from deep in your throat. There you go. I don't know. You want the Venom trailer? No, the new one. The new Venom voice. I don't know what he sounds like. We are Venom. Something like that. A while ago, you weren't sure who made the hyper-realistic Godzilla art. The artist is that guy on DeviantArt. I don't remember which hyper-realistic Godzilla art you're talking about, but I'll look up the guy, and I'm sure I can find what art it is. Is he the one that did that Godzilla fighting Ghidorah picture? That's a really great picture. That Godzilla fighting King Ghidorah one, it's fantastic. Do you watch any sport movies? No, I don't. I don't watch sport movies. I heard there's going to be 4 monster battles in Godzilla King of the Monsters. You think that's true? Probably. Is Space Godzilla likable? Well, he kidnapped a kid, so... You sound like Batman from this YouTube channel called How It Should Have Ended. I sound like that Batman? Awesome. You really want a Megatron impression? What does Megatron sound like? Okay, I'm looking him up. I got a nice political ad. I'm so sick of these political ads. I don't care.
You were good, Optimus Prime, but not good enough to fight.
Ugh, I cannot do that. Let me hear that again.
You were good, Optimus Prime.
You were good. I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can do that voice. Do they have the movie Megatron? What does he sound like?
But my time away has yielded.
But my time away has healed.
A more intriguing means.
Oh, but my time away has yielded more intriguing results. You have to do many voices. You have to do the many voice trick. I don't know what that is. Do you think Manda should join the MonsterVerse? I don't think anyone should join the MonsterVerse. Were you surprised in Ready Player One when Mechagodzilla showed up? No, I was not. It was spoiled for me before I saw the movie. You sell your hair? Well, no. That's not movie, that's Prime. What? I don't know what that means. If you were to create an official kaiju, what would it be like? I don't know. To do Megatron voice, you gotta... To do the Megatron voice, you gotta smoke a whole carton, of Marlboros. Can you do a Glenn impression? Steven Yeun doesn't have a specific voice. What's in the tank behind you? It's a rosy boa. Who'd win in a fight, Mechagodzilla or Gridlock from Transformers? Well, because I'm a Godzilla fan and I don't know who Gridlock is. Mechagodzilla? Could you do a Jigsaw expression? You meant impression.
Do your Leafy impression. Oh my God. Do your Leafy impression while I look up.
What was I supposed to look up? Jigsaw?
Jigsaw.
Impression. Jigsaw voice.
I want to play a game.
Let's hear what he sounds like.
You thought the game was over. You thought the game was over. But it's only just beginning.
I mustn't run away. Whoever gets the reference gets your respect. Well, I don't get it. OMG, that is scary close to Leafy. Do your Nerfman impressions. Dude, Nerfman impression is the Leafy impression.
They're the same voice. You just gotta make your voice. What you gotta do? You just gotta make your voice really high pitched, like you're talking about something really important. You gotta talk really fast, but in the end, it's not really important, and you gotta repeat yourself over and over again. Like if you don't repeat yourself over and over again, you're not doing it right. Because oh my God, if you don't repeat yourself, no one's gonna get the point, and that's why you just gotta repeat yourself so many times. Like when you're talking about some old lady walking down the street, you're like, look at how old that lady is. She's just some old lady. She's very old. You gotta really hammer in that old point, otherwise no one will get it.
Do a Thanos impression. I feel like that's a real, like, he has a low voice. Like, I don't know. I can't do a Thanos impression. I'm like trying to think of something to say as Thanos, but I don't think I have the voice. Like, he has a low voice, right? Fun isn't. I don't think I. Thanos quotes. Thanos quotes. Fun isn't something one considered. I don't know.
I know what it's like to lose.
Oh, I know what I can't do that voice. It's too deep. I don't have a cool voice like that. Everyone always says everyone always makes some joke about Shinji from Evangelion. Shinji Evangelion voice. Let's hear it. That's probably not the voice you wanted. Shinji Evangelion English voice. I can't find any videos of it though. Shinji Evangelion. Like when I did my Godzilla trailer English dub, I got a whole lot of Evangelion comments.
What is it that you wish for? What is it that you want?
Is that the one you're talking about? Were you talking about a different character? Or was that the one you were supposed to do? Was that the one you wanted? I don't know. I can't see your comment anymore. So, who knows? Thanos car. Why do you guys keep saying Thanos car? Do a Vanos gaming impression. Does he have a specific voice? His voice sounds normal. Vanos quotes.
One, it's who let the retards out from the closet under the stairs?
Blind kids on leashes.
Oh yeah. Blind retards on leashes.
Yeah, he doesn't have a specific voice. Oh yeah. Blind retards on leashes. Like it's just a normal person voice. Like I don't know. I'm not just gonna sit here and do voice impressions because I'm not good at it. Demonetized because it said retarded. Actually, that might be a demonetized word. That might be a word that the scanners pick up. I'm not sure about that, but that could actually be true. A lot of people think that demonetization, like a lot of people don't realize how demonetization works. It's a lot of the time they have a bot will view your video, it'll scan your video, it'll scan the auto-generated subtitles for your videos. And then what it'll do is it's like, well, we don't like that voice. So or we don't like that word. So it just demonetizes you. So the R word might be one of the ones on that list. Do an Eren Jaeger impression. Eren Jaeger, English.
My goal. I don't want the easy life. Not with all the work I've put in.
I don't want the easy life. Not with all the work I've put. I don't know. He also doesn't have a too crazy.
If that doesn't paint a picture for you, I don't know what will.
If that doesn't paint a picture for you, I don't know what will. I don't know. Facebook takes out videos. Facebook takes out audio from videos with copyright content in them. Nowhere is safe. I did not know that. That sucks. What is that Mechagodzilla City video coming You meant, when is that Mechagodzilla City video coming out? Soon, I guess. I don't know. I'm not doing an Arnold impression. My room looks clean, even with a whole bunch of boxes right here. Like loads of boxes. I guess they're tidy. They're put in a place that's tidy, and there's a lot of open space behind me that you don't really see. But clean is, I guess it's clean. It's not very visually appealing. Yeah, my repainted Birth Goji video posted in the D-Man Facebook group got taken out for audio. That's stupid. Do you know OmniViewer? I do not know OmniViewer. Hey, thank you so much, Chris Bale. He says, D-Man, what's up? Love your videos, bro. Thank you so much. Not much is up with me. That's a disappointing answer, but that's the truth. I'm not doing much. Just homework mostly. Suggestions for a first HHMA figure? Godzilla 1962 coming up. It's a good one. I'd say aim for that one. Love your channel. Thank you so much, Big Bay 81. I'm not doing. Do your brothers have YouTube channels? Yes, my brothers do have YouTube channels. Actually, we have a podcast that just launched last week. You don't have to pay money. You don't have to pay money to watch it. I know some people thought you did. You don't. It's free. It's a free podcast on the Extremely Low Budget Films channel. Go check it out. The first episode was on Slender Man. The second episode, which we'll be recording tomorrow, will be about the Predator franchise. So that'll be fun. See, I'm not going to read the school, so I'm not going to sing that. What were you going to say about the Predator? Well, maybe. If you tune into the podcast we're going to record, that will be going up on the Extremely Low Budget Films channel. You'll hear what I have to say about Predator. You'll actually hear what I have to say about it before I get around to reviewing it during my Halloween horror movie reviews. So, yeah. Look out for it. You're the only one who knows the school song. Actually, I sing it in one of the live streams, Godzilla 154, so someone's got to hear it. Can you do an impression of a walker? I don't know. My throat's kind of dry. That's why I'm so bad at impressions, right? Gotta find some excuse. You guys want to know something amazing? This cup looks like a white cup, huh? It's not. It's not a white cup. Not initially, anyways. You can see very faintly that there's some design on here, right? There's a face. Here's a mouth. This is a nostril, and this is a nostril. There is a face on this mug. You can kind of see it when I tilt it like that. There is a face on it, and right here, can you see it? You can totally see it. You can totally sort of see the ghostly images of the word King Kong. You can totally see the ghostly images of King Kong on here. This was the 2005 Icy Cup from King Kong. How good is that? It's straight up the Icy Cup from 2005. That's cool. I mean, obviously back then I was a real little kid, so keeping a cup wouldn't have been important to me. But my parents, they were like, yeah, this is something that he'll probably like. So they kept it. Now, clearly the dishwasher has run all the color off of it, because back then the way they did it was they'd like plaster the image onto it rather than what they do with the current Icy Cups that you get, where it's like printed as the image. So it's the dishwasher, wash it off over the years. But how cool is that? It's the ghostly images of a King Kong Icy Cup from 2005. Can you imagine how many times I've drinking out of this cup since 2005? I drink out of this every single time. So every time I drink out of it, I've probably drinking out of this cup over 100,000 times. That's not an exaggeration either, because I fill this up like 4 times a day, and I drink it all the time. So there you go. There's something cool. Yeah, no one knows the school song but me and your little brother. Me and my big brother, we sing the school song to torment him. All right, well, I'm gonna wrap it up here, guys. Are you wearing any pants? Guys, did you not see me hold my leg up earlier? There's pants on this leg. I'm wearing pants. Do a D-Man impression. What can I say as D-Man 1954? What's up, everybody? D-Man back. Welcome to a brand new video. Today we're going to be talking about some sort of Godzilla news for some sort of Godzilla news and updates. That's my D-Man impression. I'm not ignoring you, 2D. I'm not ignoring you. Collab? Yeah, you know anyone cool to collab with? Any good YouTubers? Hook me up. He's like, wait, I wanted to collab with me. I don't care. Are any of the YouTubers I'm subbed to live streaming right now? Nope. I figured Dead Meat might be, and I was watching the Dave McRae live stream earlier, but none of them are streaming anymore. Oh, the stream's on low output again. That's fun. Sorry about that. Predator or Alien? Predator's way cool. Alright, well, yeah. Ifukube or the Millennium Composer? Ifukube, obviously. You've been here since 14 subs? No, you have not. There's no way you've been here since 14 subs. Maybe 14K, but 14, I think I know my first 20 subscribers. I'm always free to collab, except when I'm not, then I can't. Yeah, that's how I am too. A lot of people really want me to do collabs with them. And there's a lot of people that it's like, it's not that I won't collab with anyone. It's not that I'm just trying to avoid them. But the problem is, I just don't have time. I don't have any time. Like, I hardly have the time to make videos myself. But I'm sorry, I don't have the time. Like, I will do it. I will do collabs with people. It's not that I avoid them. Ask me over the summer. Ask me over the summer, and I will probably have time to do at least something with, I'm not saying with everyone, but with some people. Do you have any Godzilla toys on your computer shelf? I got 2 real cool ones. I've shown off quite a few of these guys before. This isn't, no, I'm not going to get him out because he's actually a hassle, but I have a big one. I have a big one. I have a piggy bank. These are the cool ones. Here we go. These ones. I'm not sure what they are. I filmed an unboxing for these back in the day that I never uploaded. Still have all the raw footage for it, and I could upload it. I could edit it and upload it, but here they are. They're real good. They're rubber, so they're real squishy. No articulation. Oh, his hand fell off. No articulation. They're all rubber or whatever. And they've got little guys inside. Oh, they're the Micro Man figures. There you go. At least someone knows. You remember when I showed them off? I have shown these off before, haven't I? Here's the King Ghidorah. He's real cool. He's actually probably my favorite Ghidorah figure that I own, because he looks the best. He's not the best. He's not the best one. The best one I have is obviously the SH MonsterArts special color version, but there's something real cool about that one. Let's get this Godzilla's hand back on. He's a hassle. This Godzilla, these Micro Mans are always falling apart. I also have a wire in the tail. Kind of got shifted. It used to be the full tail. Now it's not. but I used to be able to pose the tail because I put a wire in here so that I could pose it. I remember back when Shin Godzilla, the first trailer came out, I had just gotten these, and I must have sat here like a little bored kid and done this over and over again, where I'd just bend the tail and close one eye so it looks more cinematic, and just slowly curve it over my eyesight, because that shot in the Shin Godzilla trailer, you know, the one where it's in the movie too, where you have all the buildings and all the people filming with their phones as the tail just sweeps over the camera. It's one of my favorite shots in the movie, but I used to sit there and do that with my eye. Just watch the tail go. Dropped his hand too, so that's fun. Oh, I really dropped his hand. I have no idea where that went. How'd that little thing bounce so far? Hold on, give me 1 second to find him. Little hand, where'd you go? Oh, little hand. I can't find my little hand. What's happening? Where did it go? Old little hand. Did it fall in my pocket? Didn't fall in my pocket. I lost his hand. Somewhere I lost his hand. I found it. Never mind, I found it. Now it's lagging for you, so that's good. I'm glad that it's lagging. Lagging during my triumph as I found his hand. Can't really plug it back in anymore, but little guy inside isn't in the right position anymore. This actually sat at my local comic shop forever. Sat in my local comic shop ever since the first day I went there, and I saw it for years, and then I finally bought it. Can't get his hand back in. That's a bummer. The back off, and it's a big hassle. You pop the back off, you peel it open, you got your little guy inside. Yeah, I'm sorry about the lag. I really am sorry about the lag. Can we see your computer shelf setup? No, not right now. Yeah. Is the stream dead? I can't tell. Anyways, I can't get the hand back on, so I'm out of here. It's lagging. I know it's lagging. I see that it's lagging, and I apologize about that, but I can't do anything about it. No, I'm gonna wrap up the stream here, anyways, guys. I thank you all for coming down. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for the super chat donations. I also appreciate that. But I don't have much to say. The stream's lagging more than it's not, and I think we're all tired. We all should consider doing something different for the next few hours. All right, well, thank you guys all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys in for the next one. D-Man out. Hold on, I'll turn on some music for you. That's my music for you.